Sokōn Matsumura. In this video, we're going to talk about a very interesting and significant figure in the history of karate, who is one of the most formidable karate masters of all time. Matsumura can be considered as the great-grandfather of karate, who is one of the original karate masters born in Okinawa in the 19th century. The exact date of his birth and death remain unconfirmed, but it is believed that he died towards the end of the 19th century and was approximately 90 years old at the time. Linear karate did not exist before Matsumura, however it became modern with the next generation to follow him. Matsumura represents the second generation before Gichin Funakoshi. Matsumura Sokōn was born in Yamagawa village in Shuri, in the Ryukyu kingdom of Okinawa. Matsumura began the study of karate under the guidance of Tokugawa Kanga. Tokugawa was an elderly man at the time and somewhat reluctant to instruct the young Matsumura, who was regarded as something of a troublemaker. However, Tokugawa had given his word to Matsumura's father that he would teach the boy, so he delivered on his promise. Matsumura spent 5 years studying under Tokugawa. As a young man, Matsumura had already gained a reputation as an expert in the field of martial arts. Matsumura was recruited into the service of the Sho family, the royal family of the Ryukyu kingdom in 1816, and received the title Shikudan, a gentry or upper-class rank. He began his career by serving the 17th king of Ryukyu's second Sho dynasty, King Shoko. In 1818, he married Yonamine Chiru, who was a martial arts expert as well. Matsumura eventually became the chief martial arts instructor and bodyguard for the Okinawan king Shoko. He subsequently served in this capacity for the last two Okinawan kings, Sho-iku and Sho-tai. Matsumura traveled on behalf of the royal government to Fuzhou in the Fujian province in China and Satsuma in Japan. He studied Chunfa, in Chinese also known as Kempo or Shaolin temple boxing, as well as other martial arts. As a result of his travels, Matsumura brought what he learned back to his homeland in Okinawa. Matsumura made a great contribution to some of the most popular karate kata of forms. He is credited with passing on the Shorin-ryu Kempo karate kata known as Naihanchi form 1 and 2, also known as Teki or Iron Horse, Pasai, Seizan, also known as Hangetsu, Gojushiho, Kusanku, also known as Kankudo and Kankudai, the embodiment of Kusanku's teaching as passed on to Toda Sakugawa, and Hakutsuru or White Crane Fist practiced in some Goju-ryu schools. Most accounts agree that Matsumura created the kata Shinto, or Gankaku, using the techniques he had learned from a shipwrecked Chinese martial artist in Tomari. The Hakutsuru kata contains the elements of the Fujian White Crane system taught within the Shaolin system of Chinese Kempo. Another set of kata, known as Chan-chan, in Matsumura's time, is said to have been devised by Matsumura himself and was the basis for Pinan kata form 1 and 2. Matsumura's style has endured to present day, and the above-mentioned kata are the core of Shorin-ryu karate today. Matsumura was given the title Bushi, meaning warrior or samurai, by the Okinawan king in recognition of his abilities and accomplishments in the martial arts. Described by Gichin Funakoshi as a sensei with a terrifying presence, Matsumura was never defeated in a duel, despite having fought many. He was tall, thin, and possessing a pair of unsettling eyes. Matsumura was described by his student Anko Itosu as blindingly fast and deceptively strong. His martial arts endeavors have been the precursor of many contemporary karate styles. Shorin-ryu, Shotokan, and Shito-ryu. Ultimately, all modern styles of karate which evolved from the Shurite lineage, can be traced back to the teachings of Bushi Matsumura. It is worth mentioning that Matsumura's grandson was the modern Toda master Tsuyoshi Chitose, who assisted Gichin Funakoshi in the early introduction and teaching of karate in Japan, and who founded the Chitoryu style. If you enjoyed this video on Matsumura Sensei, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. It helps a lot. If you'd like to see more content on the history of karate and Japanese martial arts in general, please drop a comment or suggestion. Your feedback is very much appreciated. Thanks again, and see you next time. Bye-bye.